Okay, so today's class is going to include some weights. So it might still be a little bit early in the programming, day 6. So you can save this one for later, or you can also do this exercise without any weights. If you don't have any weights, you can still use bottles of water, you can use tins of beans, so whatever you think you have around the house. I have 3 kg weights here, so for me they're not massively heavy. You can obviously use 1s and 2s, there's no problem. You don't want to go too heavy either at the same time. Okay, so starting off, going to do a little squat up nice and tall, just going to keep those weights beside my side. I'm just going to squat down and stand up, okay? So adding in some weights to an exercise, it might add just a little bit, obviously more resistance. You may find your body's getting used to these exercises at the moment and it just needs to be pushed on and challenged a little bit more. Adding some weights or bands is a great way to do that. So same as usual with my squats, keeping those feet nicely grounded, pressing up and down through the floor. Sorry, start me out. Technology, you know. Okay, good. So then I'm going to come to a wide squat, but I'm going to let the weights hang down through the center. So I'm squatting down and kicking out through the feet and the knees, trying to stay nice and tall. And again, you can just hold 1 or 2 weights depending on how this feels. So just working through the feet again as normal. So hopefully you're getting used to the cueing that I'm trying to get across. I'll do 2 more. And 1 more. Brilliant, lovely. Okay. So I'm going to go into a nice little split squat position. So I've got my left foot forward, right leg back. And I'm going to do a split squat where I drop my back knee. But as I do that, I'm going to do a biceps curl. Okay. So working arms and legs at the same time. Staying up nice and tall. And look, I know for the purists out there, this isn't classified as real Pilates, but it's all about movement as far as I'm concerned. We'll obviously throw in some of the classic stuff now in a minute with a little bit more resistance. So again, staying grounded through this front foot. Head up, chest up. Shoulders back. 1 more. Excellent stuff. Shake that out. And I'm just going to do a little kind of side lungey thing. Okay, so I'm standing in the center of my mat to the back of my mat, and I'm going to lunge to the front corner on each side. As I lunge, I'm going to lower the weights to my foot. Step back and switch. So again, I'm trying to incorporate exercise we've done in the past without any weights. So obviously you can do this with no weight. Couple more to each side. Brilliant. And shake that out. Now I'm going to bend forward. I'm going to bend forward slightly with a nice flat back. From here, I'm just going to row the weights like so. So I'm kind of keep the belly button drawn in, nice flat back, and this is just working the upper back shoulder muscles, inner and the scapulas and stuff. 4, 3, 2, 1, done. And then we're going to get the old little triceps. So from this position again, I'm going to straighten the arm back and straighten the other arm back. So I'm locking out at the elbow. Nothing else is moving. The old bingo wings. I know you like to call them yourself. 3, 2, 1. And finish on the same side. Okay, lovely. Now, if you don't have weights, you don't want to do this one, you can do that exercise where we do the scoop, step in and scoop, step back and step in and scoop. This is kind of like doing kettlebell swings but with dumbbells. So from here, I kind of sit down into it and I swing the weights forward as I stand. So as I'm doing this, I'm really thinking about pressing through the feet, swinging the weight through the legs, not really using my arms too much. You'll feel it. Bit of momentum swings through from the back to the front, but I'm squatting and driving up into it. And that driving movement swings those arms. Great little warm up. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Okay, 2 more little arm warm-ups. So from here, up tall, I'm gonna do my kind of lateral raises, front raises. So you bring one arm forward, one arm to the side, bring it back, one arm to the front, other arm to the side. So we're alternating side to side, staying up tall. So this is where if the weight is too heavy, you know, you don't injure your shoulder. So generally for these upper shoulder exercises, you go a little bit lighter. Leg exercises, bigger muscles, we can generally go a bit heavier. 3, 2, 1, and finish. Excellent stuff. And then a nice kind of full body warm up, squat press, okay? So again, with or without weights, you can just do the actions with your arms. I'm gonna squat down and press over my head. When I'm doing these, I'm thinking about driving through my feet, kind of get a little bit of momentum up through the legs, drive it up through the body. So generally you can go a little bit heavier with these in terms of weights, because you want the legs to drive you through. One more. Excellent hurling. All right, lovely. Down we go. So we'll be using 1 weights, 2 weights, no weights throughout this, okay? So we'll try and incorporate as much as we can, do what you feel you can. Okay, so I'm gonna hold my single weight over my head, core engaged. I'm gonna take my 2 legs into tabletop. You can take 1 leg into tabletop, do the usual kind of 1 left, 1 right. So I'm gonna tap down, left leg, and the right leg 10 times. You can do 5 on the left, 5 on the right, keeping 1 foot on the floor. So hopefully, as I said, you're getting used to the slight variations in the exercises. As you're getting stronger, hopefully get 2 legs up into tabletop, provided it's not impacting your back. Trying to really keep that core connected. Having the weight above my head here really helps to connect through the upper body. I can feel it into my pecs, down my arms. 1 more on the right. Super job. Now, little break. From here, I'm going to lower that weight over my head as far as I want to comfortably go and back up. As I'm doing that, I'm trying to make sure my rib cage doesn't flare. Okay, so, excuse me, sorry, I'm using my abs to hold my rib cage down as I'm lowering this weight back behind me. I'm going to do a bit of a combo with all of this now in a sec, so we'll build up to something a little harder. Good stuff. Okay, so I'm going to go back into tabletop, 1 or 2 legs, depending on what level you're at, and I'm going to extend my left leg long, extend my right leg long, alternating left and right. If you want to go mad, you can make the exercise even harder by lifting your head. If you lift your head, keep your low back off the floor, keep that little gap between your waist and between your low back and the mat. Sorry. All the classes are getting muddled up in my head at this stage. 1 more on my right. Super stuff. Feet back down, head back down, lower that weight back over the head. Again, thinking about the abs, thinking about the ribs. Don't let those ribs flare. 3, 2, and 1. Good stuff. Okay, so a wee combo now. So I'll show you what it is. You don't have to do it. You can do a variation. It's kind of like a dead bug, but we're using 2 arms. So I'm going to extend my arms back over my head as far as I want them to go as I extend my left leg out. bring them back together, and then extend the right leg as I lower the arms back, okay? So like I said, with or without weights, you can do this. Because the weight's in the arms now, obviously there's going to be a lot more pull from the upper part of the body. That's where you really want to keep that rib cage down, use those abs. So it's nearly more abs than it is core, the deeper stuff. Or it's a combination of both. 3, 2, and 1. Super job. And down you go. Okay. So from here, I'm going to have my arms by my side, 2 weights in my hands now. And I'm going to bridge up. And as I bridge up, I'm going to do a press to the ceiling with the weights and then come back down. Bridging and pressing and back down. Good stuff. I'm keeping those elbows tucked in by my body. It's a little bit harder than out wide. It's not as much pec. Do 2 more. And 1 more. Excellent stuff. Now, from here, I'm going to hold my bridge in the air. I'm going to bring my arms up towards the ceiling, and I'm going to do what we call pec flies. So you bring the arms out wide. Keep the elbows bent when you do these, okay? You keep it all locked in. So this is obviously more pec muscle work. Keep that core level. Keep the core engaged. Keep the hips level. So on that straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Don't have your back too much extended or too low. Keep your hips in a straight line between the knees and the chest. 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to hold them there. I'm going to extend my left leg. Bring it in, extend my right leg. Keep everything still, don't lose it. Yep, looking for lovely smooth transitions. Again, with or without weights, don't worry, don't sweat it. Even keeping the hands in the air without any weights is trickier than having them by your side. 2 more. Excellent, and then lower back down. Good job. Okay, so now I'm going to place the weights on my hip. Make sure I didn't switch my microphone off, that's happened. So from here, I'm going to press up through the feet, keeping the weights at the hip, and then lower back down. So these are the hip thrusters. All the young ones are doing loads of these for the Kardashian butt. They're all huge into their hip thrusters at the moment. Strengthen up the back of the legs as well as the back side. So again, I'm trying to stay nice and solid, nice and stable through those feet. Get the hips up. 2 or 3 more of these. And then 1 more. And I'm going to stay up again. Let's go. Extend the left leg. Extend the right leg with the weights on the hips. Obviously makes it harder. You don't have to have them there. You can remove them and do another set of these. 5. Looking for good smooth changeovers. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Excellent stuff. We'll drop those weights out of the way. Grab those knees. Give them a little pull. And we rock from side to side. Do little circles with those knees. Back the other way. Excuse me. Okay, so from here, I'm going to extend that left leg, right leg and tabletop. We do these lovely switches. I love them. Keep that core engaged. I'm not a big fan of hundreds. I kind of prefer to do these than the hundreds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to hold that left leg out there and pulse it up and down. And switch it and pulse it. and switch it and pulse it. Drop your head down if this neck is catching, and then pulse it. And one more in each. Pulse and pulse. Brilliant. And stretch. Nice. Okay. So I'm going to come onto my side like so. Now again, this is important that you don't use a very, very heavy weight with these. Whatever you feel is good, challenging. If you have a choice of different weights, that is. Okay, so I'm going to hold my weight in my right hand. I'm propped up on my left side. I'm going to lift that weight and lower it. That's all I'm doing. I swing it out through the shoulder. You can lie down on your left side if you want to for this one. Just it's a little bit more challenging up on the elbow. Okay, perfect. So let's do 5 or 6 of them. So the next exercise we do is we're going to lift, press, lower, drop. Lift, press, lower, drop. Lift, press, lower, drop. We'll do 3 more because we're going to go to an even higher version of this now. And 1 more. Good. Now, are we ready? So as we're lifting, we're also coming up into a side plank. So that's the addition. So if it's too tricky, stick to do another round, the one you just did. So we're going to come up, press, arm, lower. So we're bridging up into a side plank. Sorry, planking up. Up, press, down. Up, press, down. 1 more. Up, press, down. Nice. Stretch. So we'll come off that side for a moment. We're going to switch. So, on our right shoulder, not moving anywhere, we just lift that weight off the floor. So this is a rotator cuff exercise. Shoulder blade stabilization exercise. Just externally rotating that ball and socket joint, swinging that arm out with a nice bit of core activation as well, and obviously hitting that right shoulder again. Okay, so then we're just going to do the one where we lift and press, lower, down. Lift, press, lower, down. Lift, press, lower, down. Lift, press, lower, down. 1 more. Lift, press, lower, down. Good. So this is the coming up into the side plank as we're taking it up. Are we ready? Up, press, and down. Up, press, and down. Up, press, and down. 2 more. Up, press, and down. 1 more. Up, press, and down. Nice. We'll pop up and stretch out of that one. Okay, so we'll kind of get off those shoulders a little bit now. We're going to all 4s. We'll do the leg bit first, actually, that's what we'll do. So, I want to take 1 weight, pop it in behind the back of my right knee. Now, obviously, this mightn't be possible if you're using a bottle of water and it's too thick, or you don't have any weights, obviously. So just do this either way. So I'm on all 4s. I have my weight behind my right knee, and I just close my right knee to trap that weight a little bit. And all I want to do here is draw my belly button in, keep a nice flat back, shoulders tucked back and down, and I just lift that right foot to the ceiling like so. But I'm trying to make sure I don't have a bend in my low back. Keep it tight, suck it in, and then swing that weight back in. And what people tend to do in this is they kind of let their body weight shift over the left hand. As we remove that right knee, you want to load more pressure through that right hand so you don't have to shift off to the left. So the weight's moving from the hips into that right shoulder, and then that right hip and hamstring and glute is all working to lift the weight. Okay, so we're really working that right side. 1 more. Lovely. Change sides. So I'm going to pin it under the left knee now, or behind the left knee. Same thing, close the knee a little to pinch it, and then from here I'm going to lift that left knee up towards the ceiling. I'm conscious that I'm really shifting off to my right side on this one. Trying to stay over on that left, there we go. Keep a nice little pinch as you lift. Keep that core sucked in now. One or two more. Don't drop the weight on your toe. And last one. Nice, excellent stuff. Now we're going to go back to the right side. Again, you can still do these with no weights. There are no more weights. Okay, so from here, pinching it, I'm going to swing that knee out 90 degrees to the side. So I lift it out and back. So same idea. Try not shift out over your left hand and knee. I'm just bringing that knee out to the side with or without a weight. Whew. You definitely feel this one. We'll all have buns of steel and ironclad hips. One more. Or they'll have been broken, one or the other. Oh, yeah. Good stuff. Lovely. I like that one. I really feel that. Okay, so same on the other side. So nice little pinch of the knee, because obviously we don't want to drop the weight as we bring it out to the side. And we shift out. Yeah, I can really feel loading into that left hand now. Have to work harder actually to stabilize on that left side. Don't bend those, or don't lock those elbows, keep them bent. 2 or 3 more. Last one. So this is also called fire hydrant. I'll let you figure that one out yourself. Okay, back to the arms. This is tough. We're going to work it through the progressions. Do what you feel you can. Again, if you don't have weights, you can do shoulder taps. These are called renegade rows. So you hold your weights in your hands like so, or your buckles of water. You draw your belly button in, and we just bring the weight back towards the hip. Bring it down and replace it. So with the other arm, that is. So what we're looking to do again is try not have any big mad movements from side to side. Keep that core engaged, and we're drawing that weight back as we lift through the kind of elbow up by our side. Three, 2, 1. Lovely. Now we're going to come forward into this position here. We're staying on our knees still, so I brought my hips forward, so I'm now longer, less weight on my knees, more weight in my hands, and I row again. Nice little cheat. Widen your knees a little bit, makes life easier. Want to make life harder, bring those knees closer together. And we're aiming for 10. So we go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leave those weights there, shake it out. So you all know what's coming, I presume. So I'm going to come off my knees onto my toes, straight arm plank position. Again, if it's too tricky, stay on your knees. Do another dose of whatever you just did. So from here, straighten my left leg out, straighten my right leg. I'm going to lift and lift. Trying not to move too much. Try not to twist through the hips. Stay strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay there. Slide your left leg and right leg in. Slow mountain climbers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Nice. I didn't get me cycling this weekend because the weather is so cold and slippy. So I'm trying to kill myself today. Sorry about that. Okay, good stuff. So just as a little breather, let's just do some nice Supermans. So if you've been using weights and you're finding these a bit tricky, you may notice these have become a lot easier, a lot lighter, because you've been lifting our arms and legs with weights, and then all of a sudden, ooh, our arms feel really light. And this is easy for a change. 3, 2, 1. Done. Lovely. So, I'm going to sit back low onto my heels. If that's a tricky position, just stay up on your knees. Again, with or without weights. I'm going to come up, and as I come up each time, I'm going to shoulder press and then back down. So I'm working my quads and my shoulders. Three more. Stay tall. Stay strong. 2 more. And 1 more. Excellent stuff. Lovely. Okay. I love these ones. So they're a half kneeling position. So it's a little harder than that. That was a kind of a full kneeling position. This is half kneeling. So we're on one knee. So I'm only going to use one weight for this. Again, you can just pretend you have a weight if you don't have any, because even swinging the arms is tricky. What I'm going to do here is I want to try and stay tall through my right knee and have my left foot directly in front. Now you can make it easier by moving your foot out to the side a little bit more, so you're creating a wider base of support. You can challenge yourself by bringing your front foot in more. Taking one weight, I'm going to throw it over my left shoulder and back again. Not literally throw it over now, guys, right? You'll smash your TV. But that this is another rotation exercise. Trying to stay nice and straight and tall as my arms swing around my body. Keep my core engaged. Good stuff. If it's too easy, bring that foot into the midline. You want to be a little bit wobbly, a little bit unbalanced to make yourself work harder. Swap legs, so I'm back on me lefty. Right foot in front. Again, I'm lining it up pretty close to the midline. So it's almost in front of my left knee. Ooh, bit of a speed wobble. Keep that core engaged. So you want those speed wobbles, because that's what's making you work. If you can stand there and it's not really moving very much, slide that foot in closer. 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to go back again. So I'm going to stay up on my right knee now, and I want to stay really tall. All I'm going to do here is a shoulder press up and then a swing the arm forward. Shoulder press up, swing the arm forward. So again, I'm trying to challenge the balance through this right line on my body. So I'm stabilizing up through the quad, hip flexor, and then bringing the shoulder into it. Oh, what am I doing there? Lost it, forgot. Stop talking. All right, good. Change sides. So stabilizing up on my left leg now, nice and tall up through that left side. I'm going to shoulder press through the left arm, swing that arm forward, shoulder press, swing that arm forward, shoulder press, swing that arm forward. Keep going. 1 or 2 more. Excellent stuff, lovely. Okay, so I'm going to go back into a couple of bit of rotation pieces, all right? So I'm not going to do this as a challenge, but you can do it either on your knees, on your toes. So to be in those same 3 positions, you have one weight. You have the weight down by your right hand, say. You're in this position and you pass the weight through with the left hand, and you pass the weight back with the right hand. So you're passing the weight underneath you while you're stabilizing. You can move further away, so you're in that trickier position, like so. Or the way I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it off my knees. So I'm getting up into that straight line plank position. I take the weight, bring it over with my right hand, then bring the left one back to my left side. So you're swapping from side to side without moving. So it's similar to the shoulder taps or the renegade rows, just a wee bit different. And I go 3, 2, I did that wrong there. 1, and down. Excellent, excellent, lovely. Okay, let's turn. Okay, so I'm just gonna sit up tall like this. Now, you can stay here and shoulder press, just one weight. Okay, up and down like that, nice and tough. Or again, with one hand, no hands. I'm gonna roll down, come back up and press, all right? Roll down. So we're getting our roll downs and I'm getting in a press, okay? So mix it up whatever way you want. You can just stay up in that position. You can just stay here and press. Don't mind. Or roll down, roll up, press. 2 more. And 1 more. Good job. Excellent stuff. Okay, so we're going to do some Russian twists. So again, if you need to put your feet under something, you could have put your feet under for that last exercise. Sorry, missed that one. So you're going to have the arms like so, and you're just going to twist left and right, left and right. Or grab 1 or 2 weights, hold them, and you twist through the shoulders. Stay nice and still. Keep those feet and knees together. I'm twisting. 4, 3, 2, 1, done. Excellent stuff. Lie back down, stretch that out through my low back, and just rock from side to side. Sorry, still have that nosy thing hanging around. Okay, so we're gonna do our hip twists. And I'm gonna use a weight, hold it above my head. You can have your hands down by your sides, or you can just put your hands up in the air. It's trickier with the hands in the air for obvious reasons. But when you have a weight, it really stabilizes a bit better. So it's a good little challenge. So weight up over my head, elbows slightly bent, feet and knees together. I lower my feet to the left and my knees to the left as I look to the right. I'm going to pick that up, lower the knees to the right as I look to the left. Loads of pops and clicks there, lovely. That's completely released out of my back, nice. This is the easy bit. Now, if you have the weight, you're not allowed counterbalance. You can't swing the weight out to the right when the knees go to the left. You're trying to keep that weight directly above your head, above your face. Don't drop it on your face though. Now, here we go. 2 legs into tabletop. Stabilize through the hands. Lower the legs out as far as they'll go. But don't let the weight move. It's not allowed counterbalance. Keep that core connected. Again, you can do this one with your hands on the floor. You're trying to take it to the point where you nearly lose control. Remember, you're trying to keep those shoulder blades pinned to the mat. Then I'm going to try the window wipers. Oh, that's very hard. Thank God for that wall being so close. Oh, I'm gone. Lost it. And come back. So I'm really trying to not counterbalance with the weight, but I'm not doing it very successfully. 2 more. All right, good stuff. So let's do a little cool down now. Just a quick kind of 30 minutes, nothing too more. So I'm sitting with the feet together, knees together. I'm gonna stretch out. Breathing through my nose. Then I'm going to open those knees wide, sit back into those hips and breathe again through my nose. And then I'm going to come forward through the hips, looking through, and then sitting back. Good work. And then I'm going to walk my hands back to my feet to stand back up. I'm going to shake it out. Kick out through the legs. So I'm going to do a little roll down now, but I'm going to use my weight to add a little bit more, just one weight. So it just adds a little bit more pull. So from here, you don't have to do this obviously. Taking a breath in, exhale, down, chin to chest. And then I'm just flexing forward through, bend the elbows a little bit, and take a breath in and stack up through the spine. Shoulders back, chin tucked in, and again, breathe in, down you go. Going down. Take a breath in, push up through the spine, stack up. And one more, breathing in, down you go. Hang out down there. Take a breath in, push up through the feet, stack up through the spine. Lovely. And a little bit of a breath one. So breathing in and flop to the floor. And again, flop to the floor. Last one. Flop to the floor. And then slowly stacking yourself back up. Shoulders back, chin tucked in. We're done. Keep it going, nearly there. No, we're not.